up, YouTube? It is Kylie Martin here. As you guys know, I race the 1720 Women's Expert class. And you guys already know we are at that last little bit of the season right now. All of our points matter. We're at that last little push. You guys already know now is when it gets crazy. We're all hustling and bustling, which is why we need to make sure that our bikes are getting taken care of, because in this process here, guys, we've been go, 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 that we haven't been taking care of our babies. All right, so in today's video, we're gonna be going over a quick little 5-minute tune-up that you can do before you hit your next track session. So let's get to it. All right, guys, so first things first here, we're gonna wanna go ahead and do a pre-ride inspection as we approach our bike. So what that involves is following the quick little ABC rule of maintaining your bike, which is gonna be checking your air pressure, which if you guys haven't watched the video yet, make sure to go do that for a more in-depth explanation if necessary. Otherwise, just a quick little way to check your tires is grab your palm, place it on the tire like so, push down. That's gonna indicate whether or not it's gonna be firm, soft, squishy, bad in between, all that stuff. So then you can go ahead, grab your pump and adjust as need be. Obviously, you're gonna wanna do that to the back as well. Next thing, you're gonna wanna check your brakes. So a big thing that you want to make sure is that your lever isn't loosening as you're riding a lot, because sometimes with how much the vibration's going through the bars, it can loosen it. So you want to make sure that that's not moving. If not, then you go ahead, check your lever, make sure everything is pulling smoothly on that. Go to the back of the bike. If you have V brakes, then you're going to want to check your pads. If you have a disc brake, you want to check the router, all of that stuff. But then a quick way to check is spin your bike, tap the brake, just like so. That's gonna give you a really good idea of how quick that your brakes are engaging, how well that they're working, all of those things. Next up now, we're gonna move to the C part of our ABC. It's the last one, guys. And you're gonna wanna go ahead and check your chain. So by doing that, you're just gonna spin the cranks around. You wanna make sure that there's no type of tension or anything like that. In the event that you have the Vision F1, then the chances are you have the idler hanging down. That's gonna help ensure that there's an even chain tension throughout the entire chain. If in the event that you don't have that, you just wanna go ahead, wiggle the chain a little bit throughout, see if there's any tight spots, any loose spots, things like that. And then, of course, while you're down at the bottom of this bike here, you want to check your cranks, make sure that nothing's super loose, moving, anything like that. You don't notice any cracks, things that may be kind of alarming. All right, now that the pre-ride inspection is done, we're gonna go on and figure out if all of our bolts are secured on our bike, because we really wanna make sure that we're maintaining a tight ship with this, seeing as if something falls off, it's gonna prove to be a very big hazard, whether it's on or off the track, and you don't wanna find yourself in that position. So if you're able to avoid it, let's try to avoid it. Hopefully you have all your Allen keys easy access. What I like to do first is start at the bottom of the bike and work my way up, just because it's easier for me to keep that checklist in my head. So we're gonna go ahead, start at the wheels, make sure just wiggling back and forth that nothing is super loose to where it's alarming. And the thing with this is, you guys can see I'm barely putting any pressure, because it's nothing that's just gonna break the seal very easily there. Next up here, we're gonna go ahead and go on to the stem. The main thing with this is you don't wanna try and loosen them completely, because all that that's gonna do is make your life a lot more difficult, because then you have to re-tighten everything. So if everything's already locked in there, then you're good to go. It's nothing that is a concern. But all that we're doing is just inserting the Allen and ensuring that nothing is too bad there. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and move down to our pedals, which hopefully you guys have been watching and you saw that we have a pedal install now up for your Yoshis or your speed lines, whatever it is that you may be running. So checking there, everything seems to be right. You're obviously gonna wanna check these as well to make sure that your chain bolts are all secured. So just like so. And we're good to go. So all of our bolts are ready. Now we get into the fun part of cleaning and lubricating the bike. So as you're cleaning and lubricating your bike, first things first here, you don't always need to lubricate your bike every single time you go ride. And usually with cleaning, you should just be able to go ahead, grab a microfiber or just any type of clean rag that isn't gonna risk scratching your bike. And you can just get some water, wipe it down super quick, really easy, just like this. In the event that you do want to do an in-depth cleaning on your bike, that's completely fine. It's just going to take a little bit more time than you maybe would be wanting if you're in a rush to just get to the track and get out that door. So it's one of those things where you just grab your rag, grab a little bit of water, wipe the bike down real quick, and you'll usually be on your way. Something with lubricating that you guys want to keep in mind too, in the event that you are just doing it quick out the door, Give it enough time to really soak in, and don't overuse the lubrication, guys, because that's gonna be one of those things that'll do more harm than good, much like using too much water. Notice how I said that you shouldn't just be hosing down your bike. It's because water can get into the bearings and really cause it to wear down, which we've also done an in-depth video on how to maintenance your bike, in-depth cleaning, lubricating, all that stuff. So make sure to go check that out when you're not in a rush with your 5-minute tune-up. But that's basically just the gist of it. It's a very quick way to make sure that your bike is going to be all prepared. So thank you guys all for watching and sticking around. I hope that you guys learned something from this. And there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to go ahead and do this at home before your next session. Just 5 minutes, guys, and your bike will be looking brand new. So thank you again. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave any comments or questions in that comment section, and we will see you guys on the next video.